you have to think about service agencies like this one and the breadth of the population that they serve, because those will be the folks that will be most adversely affected by a rate increase. There was a cry, merely I can barely make the bills that I have now. An additional increase in my utility bill would simply be crushing to myself and my family. So,
but I can say, as the biggest utility consumer group in the state, we get thousands of calls from people each year, and we know from what we hear every day that Ameren customers are fed up. They're wondering why a company that has had its Illinois profits more than doubled needs another rate hike. And I will remind you that the ink isn't even dry on Cub's appeal of Ameren's last rate hike. It's still going on. We're still appealing Ameren's last rate hike, which was $162 million.
Once the citizens of this state realize that this is a company that doubled their profits, and when you talk to most businesses, nobody's doubling profits these days.
A couple months ago, I came to this area to talk about this econometric study that we released, showing that Ameren's electric utilities were some of the most wasteful in the country. At that point, Ameren's rate hike request was at $226 million. Now, it's been adjusted. The company has adjusted over the usual give and take in a case. Pressure from consumer advocates and from the Illinois Attorney General's office, and the usual going back and forth in a case has had the company reduce it $100 million. And now, an Illinois Commerce Commission judges come out and said, that's still too much. The company should, cut it more than in half. And we're saying, that's still too much. Is that, $56 million is still too high. We have a lot of momentum now. This is a big step in the right direction that we have an Illinois Commerce Commission judge, saying that the rate hike should be cut more than in half. But we need to keep going. We're close to the finish line, but we need Ameren customers to help carry us over.
We want people to do this. We want people to participate. We want people to know, to be aware of what's going on, because people do have a voice. Oftentimes people don't know the avenues to make sure that their voices are heard, but they do have a voice. So this is merely another mechanism and another channel for folks to ensure that their voices are being heard.
The company says that, the company does that same song and dance every time it asks for a rate hike. It says that it needs this, to keep the lights on. And that's just simply not true. The numbers don't back that up.